Hi students, good morning to everybody. Till yesterday we finished till the fourth sum. So we'll do fifth sum. The probability of a contractor to get a road contract is 2 by 3. To get a road contract, and then road contract is R, then P of R equal to 2 by 3. And to get a building contract, I am assuming building as B, P of B equal to get a building contract is 4 by 5. So P of B equal to 4 by 5. Is giving P of R is 2 by 3, P of B is 4 by 5. Now what one is asking, find the probability that at least one of the contract is 4 by 5. At least one is 4 by 5. Building contract is 5 by 9. So building contract is 5 by 9. At least one is 4 by 5. So P of at least one is P of A union B equal to 4 by 5. Then find the probability that he gets both the contracts. Find the probability that he gets both the contracts. Means he is asking P of A intersection B equal to how much? Both the contracts means A intersection B is equal to how much is asking. So we know that P of A union B equal to P of A union B equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B minus P of A intersection B. P of A union B 4 by 5 equal to P of A 2 by 3 plus P of B 5 by 9 minus P of A intersection B. This is what we have to find. So bring this P of minus P of A intersection B to this side, 4 by 5 to that side. Becomes P of A intersection B equal to 2 by 3 plus 5 by 9 plus 4 by comes inside minus 4 by 5. Now take the LCM. 9 5 is 45 is LCM. LCM is 45. I think it is not visible. So P of A intersection B equal to 2 by 3 P of A intersection B equal to 2 by 3 plus 5 by 9 minus 4 by 5 minus 4 by 5. LCM of all this is 45. 9 5 is 45. So this becomes 3 goes 15 times in 45. 15 to the 30 plus 9 5 is 5 5 is 25 minus 5 goes 9 times. 4 9 is 36. So becomes 55 minus 36 by 45. 55 minus 36 by 45, whatever is the value, this is equal to 15 minus 6, 9, 4 minus 3, 1, 19 by 45. 19 by 45 is the P of A intersection B. Is P of A intersection B. A, B, C are 3 houses in a race, 3 horses in a race. A, B, C are 3 horses in a race. The probability of A to win the race is twice that of B. Probability of A to win the race is twice that of B. Means P of A equal to 2 times of P of B. The probability of A to win the race is twice that of the B. Means P of A equal to 2 into P of B. And probability of B is twice that of C. Probability of B is equal to twice that of C. Twice that of C. Probability of B to win the race is twice that of the C. What are the probabilities of A, B, C to win the race? what are the properties of A, B, C to in the race? So he is asking P of A equal to how much? P of B equal to how much? P of C equal to how much? This is what he is asking. He is giving P of A is 2 times of P of B. P of B is 2 times of P of C. Then he is asking P of A is how much? P of B is how much? P of C is how much? So before that, P of B is 2 times of P of C. If I am taking P of C is X. If I am taking P of C is X. Otherwise, 2 times of P of C I will substitute here. 2 into P of B means 2 times of P of C. 2 times of P of C is nothing but 2 ja 4 P of C. So P of A equal to 2 ja 4 P of C. P of B equal to 2 into P of C. I found everything in P of C. Now P of A union B union C equal to P of A union B union C. And one more thing I want to tell you here. These A, B, C are 3 mutually exclusive and independent events. And independent events means A can win the race, B can win the race, C can win the race. But A and B both cannot win the race because only one winner will be there. So intersection is 0. P of A intersection B is 0, B intersection C is 0, A intersection C is 0. That's why what I am saying here, the sample space is equal to probabilities of at least one of them is winning the game. There is no intersection for R. So P of A union B union C equal to A union B union C equal to, I can write P of A plus P of B plus P of C. Minus 0, minus 0, minus 0, plus 0. P of A intersection B is 0, P of B intersection B is 0, C intersection A is 0. Total probability sample space 1 is equal to P of A 4 into P of C, P of B 2 into P of C, plus P of C as is. So adding together 1 is equal to 4 plus 2 6 plus 1 7 P of C. So P of C equal to 1 by 7. P of C equal to 1 by 7. So whenever P of C is 1 by 7, automatically P of A is 4 into P of C. So now P of A becomes 4 by 7. And P of B becomes 2 into 1 by 7 is 2 by 7. And P of C just now we found 1 by 7. So P of A is 4 by 7, P of B is 2 by 7, and P of C is 1 by 7. Now 12th sum. A bag contains 12 2 rupee coins. A bag contains 12 2 rupee coins. 2 rupees coins, 12 coins are there in a bag. Next, 7 1 rupee coins. So 1 rupee coins, 7 are there in a bag. And 4 half rupee coins. Half rupee coins, 4 are there. 4 half rupee coins are there. If 3 coins are selected at random from the bag, find the probability that the sum of 3 coins is maximum. Sum of 3 coins is maximum. Sum of 3 coins is maximum. Probability is asked. When 3 coins are picked up from this bag containing 12 7 4, you are going to pick up 3 coins and you should get maximum amount. Maximum amount means you should get all are 2 rupees only. If 1 rupee is not the maximum, half rupee is not the maximum. Maximum amount is 2 rupees. So if I want to get maximum amount, I need to pick up all the 3 from the maximum amount. So all the 3 from the 2 rupees. So M favorable to picking up 3 maximum coins is 12C3. I have 12 maximum coins, 2 rupee coins 12. Out of that 3 I need to pick. So favorable conditions are M is equal to 12C3 and total outcomes are N is equal to total coins 12 plus 7 19 plus 4 23. So from the 23 I need to pick up 3. So So that is 23C3. So 23C3 is total outcomes. 12C3 is the favorable outcomes. Now probability of getting maximum amount P of E. Probability of getting maximum amount, if I am taking E is the sum of times is maximum. So P of E equal to M by N equal to 12C3 by 20C3. 12C3 by 23C3 gives you the maximum amount picked up. Maximum amount picked up. And in this second bit, he is asking the sum of three kinds is minimum. Sum of three kinds is minimum. So when do the sum of three kinds is minimum? So if I am taking E1 and this is E2 is sum of three kinds minimum. Sum of three kinds minimum. When do I get minimum? So to get minimum, least value is half rupee. So I need to get all the three from the least value. So 4C3. So favorable conditions to get minimum is 4C3. Out of the 4 I need to pick up 3. So 4C3 and total outcomes does not change. N is equal to 23C3. For minimum or maximum I need to pick up 3 coins from the whole bag. So whole bag where 23 coins are there. So I need to pick up 3 coins from 23. So total outcomes are 23C3. So probability of getting sum of the kinds minimum is P of E2 equal to sum of the kinds minimum is P of E2 equal to M by N equal to 4C3 by 23C3. 4C3 by 23C3 gives you the sum of kinds where picked up is minimum value. Next, third bit is asking the same sum. Each kind is of different value. Each kind is of different value. Each kind is of different value means third bit is asking. I am taking P3. Each kind is of different value. Each kind is of different value. Of different value means favorable conditions are different value means I need to pick up one kind from this, one kind from this, one kind from this. Then I will get 3 different values. So one kind from the 12 kinds is 12C one ways, and one kind from the 1 rupee kind 7C one ways, and one kind from the half rupee kinds 4C one ways. This is M, and N is doesn't change. N is 23C3. Therefore, P of E2 equal to P of E3 equal to M by N equal to, so 12C1 into 7C1 means 12 into 7 into 4 I can write. 7C1 into 4C1 by 23C3. 23C3 by 23C3 gives me each kind is of different value. Each kind is of different value. Next, ninth one is giving the probabilities of 3 events A, B, C are such that the probabilities of A, B, C are such that P of A equal to 0.3, 0.3, and P of B equal to P of A equal to 0.3, P of B equal to 0.4, 0.4, P of C equal to P of C equal to 0.8, 0.8. P of A is 0.3, P of B is 0.4, P of C is 0.8, and P of A intersection B equal to 0.09. P of A intersection B equal to 0.09, 0.09. P of A intersection C equal to P of A intersection C equal to A intersection C equal to 0.28, 0.28, and P of A intersection B intersection C equal to P of A intersection B intersection C equal to 0.08, 0.08. So P of A intersection B intersection C equal 0.08. Then under P of A union B union C, P of A union B union C is greater than or equal to 0.75. Is greater than or equal to 0.75. Is greater than or equal to 0.75. Then show that. Then show that P of B intersection like C, P of B intersection C lie between P of B intersection C lie between 0.212, 0.46, 0.46. Prove that P of B intersection C lie between 0.21 to 0.46. So is giving P of A, P of B, P of C. A intersection B, A intersection C, A intersection B intersection C, but not B intersection C. A union B union C greater than 0.75. Then is asked to find P of B intersection C interval. Means range of P of B intersection C is asking simple sum. So how to do? Very important for 7 or 4. 7 or 4. It was given as 7 for sometimes, 4 for sometimes. So very important one, do it properly. P of A union B union C equal to P of A plus P of B plus P of C minus P of A intersection B minus P of B intersection C minus P of C intersection A plus P of A intersection B intersection C. We know that P of A union B union C equal to P of A plus P of B plus P of C minus P of A intersection B minus P of B intersection C minus P of C intersection A plus P of B intersection B intersection C. So how to do? We know P of A union B equal to, we don't know this value but more than or equal to 0.75 is given. So we think of later. First P of A union B union C equal to P of A. P of A is 0.3 plus P of B is 0.4 plus P of C is 0.8 minus P of A intersection B, that is 0.09 minus P of B intersection C. We don't know, we need to find that only. So we write P of B intersection C as this minus P of C intersection A. C intersection A is 0.28 plus P of A intersection B intersection C is 0.08. Is 0.08. So this is equal to 0.3 plus 0.4, 0.7, 0.7 plus 0.8, 1.5, 1.5 plus 0.8, 1.58, 1.58, 0.7, 1.5, 1.5 plus 0.08. So 1.58. Sorry, this is 0. No. Next. Minus these two. So 0.09 minus 0.09 minus 0.28 becomes 9 plus 8, 17. 2 plus 1, 3. 0.37 minus P of B intersections minus P of B intersection C minus P of B intersection C. Now 1.58 minus 0.37 becomes 8 minus 7 1 5 minus 3 2. So 1.21 minus P of B intersection C. So this whole is P of A union B union C found out. So P of A union B union C equal to 1.21 minus P of B intersection C. 1.21 minus P of B intersection C. But we know that this is a probability. Always lie between 0 and 1. Always lie between 0 and 1. Instead he is saying this is more than or equal to 0.75. Means this probability more than 0.75 but less than 1. More than 0.75 but less than 1. Means how can I represent this? More than 0.75 less than 1. Means how can I represent this? So 1.21 minus P of B intersection C is a probability called A union B union C. This is more than 0.75 is saying, but we know that less than 1. So this whole value lie between 0.75 to 1. Lie between 0.75 to 1. Lie between 0.75 to 1. Now, if I subtract 1.21 from R, if I subtract 1.21 from R, so that inequality does not change, means 0.75 minus 1.21 less than or equal to 1.21 gets cancelled, minus P of B intersection C less than or equal to 1 minus 1.21. 1 minus 1.21. So this implies 1.21 minus 0.75. I am getting negative value, let it be first. 1.21 minus 0.75 means 11 minus 5, 6. This is again 11 minus 7, 4. So minus 0.46 less than or equal to minus 0.46 less than or equal to minus P of B intersection C less than or equal to 1 minus 0.21 means minus 0.21 minus 0.21. Now if I multiply with minus, inequality will change. If I multiply with minus, we know that inequality will change. Means if I multiply the whole inequality with minus, this becomes this, that becomes this. Means less, this is less than, this becomes more than that. Means 0.21 less than or equal to P of B intersection C less than or equal to 0.46. Means P of B intersection C always lie between these two, including the two. Means P of B intersection C lie between 0.212 to 0.46. Hence proved. This only will write, we can represent like this instead of writing all. You can simply represent belongs to. Includes means 0.21, 0.46. So lie between all the values including those two values. Now coming to the sum number 10. What is it? The probabilities of three mutually exclusive events. Three mutually exclusive events means as usually intersection 5. Mutual exclusive events means intersection 5 are respectively given as, three mutual events are respectively given as 1 minus 1 plus 3p by 3, 1 plus 3p by 3, comma 1 minus p by 4, 1 minus p by 4, comma 1 minus 2p by 2, 1 minus 2p by 2. These are the three mutually probabilities of three mutually exclusive events. Probabilities of three mutually exclusive events means I can take it as P of A, that is P of B, that is P of C. You can understand easily. So this is P of A, and this is P of B, and this is P of C. Three mutually exclusive events is A. Means A intersection B is 0, B intersection C 0, C intersection A 0. Obviously A intersection B intersection C also 0. Then he is asking to prove that. Prove that P lie between. Then prove that P lie between 1 by 3 comma 1 by 2. P lie between 1 by 3 comma 1 by 2. Then prove that P lie between 1 by 3 comma 1 by 2. Lie between 1 by 3 comma 1 by 2. This is also one of the important sum and one of the little difficult sum. Concentrate seriously, listen. Now, concept is same previous sum. P of A union B union C. P of A union B union C equal to, we know that P of A plus P of B plus P of C minus P of A intersection B, B intersection C, all are zeros. No need to write. So, P of A, what is P of A here? 1 plus 3P by 3 plus what is P of B? 1 minus 3 by 4 plus what is P of C? 1 minus 2P by 2. So, LCM of all the three, 3, 4, 2. LCM is 12. We know that LCM of all the three is 12. Now, 3 goes 4 times, means 4 plus 4 3 are 12P. And 4 goes 3 times, means 3 minus 3P plus 2 goes 6 times. So, 6 minus 12P. 6 minus 12P. 12P cancels. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 minus 3P by 12. 13 minus 3P by 12. This is P of A union B union C. But you know that P of A union B union C is a probability which always lies between 0 and 1. Which always lies between 0 and 1. So what I want to take is, this always lies between 0 and 1. This always lies between 0 and 1. If I multiply with 12, that inequality becomes 0 less than or equal to 13 minus 3P less than or equal to 12. 0 less than or equal to 13 minus 3P less than or equal to 12. Now, if I subtract 13 from R, so minus 13 less than or equal to minus 3P less than or equal to 12 minus 13 minus 1. If I divide with minus 3, inequality will change. So 1 by 3 less than or equal to 3P by 3 means P less than or equal to 13 by 3. So P lies between 1 by 3 to 13 by 3. But it is asking to prove P lies between 1 by 3 to 1 by 2, not 13 by 3. We are getting 13 by 3. Why this is? Because this is one condition. There are 3 more conditions. This is again a probability. This lies between 0 and 1. This is a probability lie between 0 and 1. This is a probability 0 and 1 lie between 0 and 1. If you take all the 3 cases, 3 conditions and intersection of all the 3, then you will get what is asking. So first this is, I am taking P of A union B union C. P of A union B union C is P of A plus P of B plus P of C. Minus A intersection B 0, B intersection G 0, C intersection A 0, because they are mutually exclusive. So P of A value is given as 1 plus 3P by 3 plus P of B value is 1 minus 3 by 4 plus P of C value is 1 minus 2P by 2. So LCM of all is 12 I am taking. Then 3 goes 4 times. 4 into 1, 4, 4 into 3, 12P. And 4 goes 3 times, 3 minus 3P. Plus 2 goes 6 times, 6 into 1, 6, 6 into 2, 12P. 12P, 12P cancelled. 13 minus 3P by 12 is P of A union B union C. But P of A union B union C is a probability which always lies between 0 and 1. Which always lies between 0 and 1. So by simplifying, I got P lies between 1 by 3 and 13 by 3. I got P lies between 1 by 3 and 13 by 3 and make it as equation 1. 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 Now I will take the second condition, 1 plus 3p by 3. 1 plus 3p by 3. That is also a probability. That is also like between 0 and 1. So the second condition is P of A is also a probability which lie between 0 and 1. Which lie between 0 and 1. Implies 0 less than or equal to 1 plus 3p by 3 less than or equal to 1. Implies if I multiply with 3 as usually 0 less than or equal to 1 plus 3p less than or equal to 3. And if I subtract 1 minus 1 less than or equal to 3p less than or equal to 2. Now if I divide by 3, so minus 1 by 3 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 2 by 3. 2 by 3. This is equation 2. This is equation 2. Equation 2. Next, I will take the P of B. P of B lie between 0 and 1. Similarly, P of B 1 minus p by 4 lie between 0 and 1. Lie between 0 and 1. So, if I multiply with 4, becomes 0 less than or equal to 1 minus p less than or equal to 4. Now, subtract 1. So, minus 1 less than or equal to p less than or equal to minus p less than or equal to, and subtracting 1, this becomes 3. Now, if I multiply with minus, inequality will change. Minus 3 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 1. So this is equation 3. This is equation 3. I got equation 1, 2 and 3. And one more is there. This is 1 minus 2p by 2. So how can I write that? Same. Now I need to take this P of C lie between 0 and 1. P of C lie between 0 and 1. So we will take that. P of C lie between 0 and 1. What is P of C? 1 minus 2p by 2. Lie between 0 and 1. Again multiplying with 2 becomes 0 less than or equal to 1 minus 2p less than or equal to 2. And subtracting 1 minus 1 less than or equal to minus 2p less than or equal to 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Now, if I divide with 2, if I multiply with minus first, inequality will change. So, and divide with 2 directly. Means I am dividing with minus 2 so that inequality also will change. So, this becomes minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 1 by 2. P less than or equal to 1 by 2. This is equation 4. This is equation 4. Now, from equations 1, 2, 3 and 4, from equations 1, 2, 3 and 4, from equations 1, 2, 3 and 4, from 1, 2, 3 and 4, we can conclude that P lie between least value 1 by 3, common value 1 by 3 to 1 by 2, and we can represent it as a number line, then you can understand easily. So I will draw this on a number line. So how to solve the 4 equations? This equation are right, then minus 1 by 3 less than or equal to 3 less than or equal to 2 by 3. Equation 2. Right. You can conclude from the number lines. How? This is 0. This is 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. What is equation 1? Equation 1 is 1 by 3 to 13 by 3. 1 by 3. So somewhere between 0 and 1, you will get 1 by 3 here. 1 by 3. This is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 to 13 by 3. 13 by 3 means 4 point something. So we get somewhere here 13 by 3. 13 by 3. So first inequality is this. First inequality implementation is this number line. And second inequality, what is second inequality? Minus 1 by 3 to 2 by 3. Where is minus 1 by 3? Here, somewhere here, minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. Somewhere here, minus 1 by 3 to 2 by 3. Where is 2 by 3? 2 by 3. This is 1 by 3. After 1 by 3, somewhere here you will get 2 by 3. So, 2 by 3. So, minus 1 by 3 to 2 by 3 is the second inequality. Is the second inequality. It is the second inequality. Minus 1 by 3 to 2 by 3. Next. Next inequality. Where is the next inequality? Third inequality is minus 3 to 1. Where is minus 3? This is minus 3 to 1. Minus 3 to 1. Means up to here. Up to here. Minus 3 to 1. Okay. This is first inequality. And second inequality. Second inequality. This is third inequality. Third inequality. Next, fourth inequality. Minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. Where is minus 1 by 2? Exactly between the two. So, minus 1 by 3 to minus 1 by 2. Somewhere here, minus 1 by 2. And somewhere here, plus 1 by 2. So, this is fourth inequality. Then what is common for all the four inequalities? What is the common part for all the four inequalities? Only this part is common. Only this part is common for all the four inequalities. What is that part? 1 by 3 to 1 by 2. 1 by 3 to 1 by 2. 1 by 3 to 1 by 2. So, common part is 1 by 3 to 1 by 2. Therefore, T lie between 1 by 3 to